He does. Some of us still do though. So your line's going out like this. This is the city sewer right there on the other side of the street. So I'm 152 feet out. It is.
I never knew these existed until I started.
So,
look, and there's the.
So this is your crack pipe. Again, a clay pipe or crack, whatever you want to call that.
And that's unusual.
What?
They're usually PVC.
No, but newer houses have just PVC all the way out.
Okay.
And the good thing about, the bad thing about crack pipe is where your connections come together, that's put together with a coupling. And that coupling gets deteriorated, and that's how tree root finds its way in. With PVC, those connections, if they're glued all the way around 100%, you'll never get tree root.
So a lot of our houses, people eventually will replace them.
Like the Yashinsky's.
Yeah.
So a lot of times these things that look like big bellies, when I'm pushing the camera out, we find out is a lot of it is just build up in the pipe, and once I get it out of the way and I come back, we find out exactly how big those bellies might be. Here's where the belly starts at. 140. Yeah, see how it's standing still?
Yep.
I leave my camera, it's standing still. So the belly ends at 142 feet. And if I pull my camera up really fast like this, and I can't see the top of the water, we know it's at least half full or totally full.
And that's probably still under the street.
Yeah, it is under the street.
We're at 130.
Yep. So it ends at 127.
Thank God.
Is that a big?
Oh, about
is that
20, yeah,
Is that a big belly?
It's a sizable belly, but you know, being that, let's say you didn't have any more bellies, you're not going to be concerned at that because it starts at 124 feet out.
Then we're worried at 50.
Well, it all depends.
Yeah.
What I do is, if I find that your line has a lot of bellies, especially closer to the foundation, I'll bring my camera just outside the foundation wall, turn everything on in the house, and watch it run for 15 minutes. If I can't make it back up, you're probably not going to make it back up.
Are you recording it?
Yes.
Is the volume up?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a belly, but now I can't see the top of the water. Okay, so that belly was only about 6 feet long. So let's pray for no more bellies.
And that was at what is
130, I think it started. 125 or 130. Pipe doesn't look in bad shape though. Pretty clean. See that there? That's just calcium buildup around your coupling connection. So that's something that you'll keep an eye on as you have, because no matter if you had problems or not, I would, with an aging sewer line like this, I would recommend that you have a camera inspection every so many years to look at that calcium buildup, because that calcium buildup, we see it close all the way around, and
then,
you know, and then you're blocked. So here's another belly.
How far out?
Now we're 96 feet. Yeah, about 10 feet. So,
you on the property at this point?
oh yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, your camera inspections will be mostly for these bellies to make sure that you're not getting buildup that's going to make a blockage. But the pipe that I can see when I'm not looking at water, I am looking at water again.
This is a second belly?
This is the third belly, but some of them are really small. That one was really small. Maybe 4 feet long. But connections all look really good.
I don't see massive tree roots.
No tree root. I haven't seen any tree root.
They're probably running out. It's probably running out to the cul-de-sac.
It is.
Yeah, and so there's no trees in there.
So we're on front lawn somewhere?
Probably,
Yeah.
You're at 66 feet.
Another tiny little belly, it looks like. Yep. No big deal. Sometimes those are just right at the connections of the pipe connections and they're sitting like this a little bit. That's all that is. More calcium buildup. See how that's almost blocking a third of your pipe, right?
And yet, how wide is the pipe here?
This is 6 inch.
So you gotta remember it's like this.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
It looks
like a-
massive.
Yeah, it's not like a
Yeah.
30-foot.
So,
Okay, that was a drop.
okay.
You have, when you get out to your sewer line, where it connects into the city sewer, that's at a little over 7 feet, 7 feet 3, I think it was. So if it comes out the front of your house and you're only 3 feet deep, there has to be a drop, right? The line's dropping a 1/4 inch every foot going out. Well, once you get out all the way out and you're still this high,
Yeah, you got it.
you have to have a drop. And that drop can't be too much, and it has to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if it's too much or not enough, it will leave waste in your pipe. It's got to be just right. There's a real science to it.
Was that one just right?
Well, I don't see any water, so yeah. I mean,
It's like a roller coaster.
with no
Well, I
water,
know, I'm just-
without seeing any water, yeah. I mean, it's
I know,
trying to clean my camera off so we can see without anything in our way. Yeah, the pipe is not in bad shape at all, though. More calcium. And what they do is, with calcium buildup, even if it was tree root coming through and it was blocking, half the pipe or more, a lot of times plumbing contractors will come out with your 6-inch line or your 4-inch line, put a 2-inch hole through your tree root, right? And
Yeah.
then 2 months later, it's back again.
Yeah, yeah.
So they use an expandable cutter. It goes in the pipe closed and opens to the wall on the inside
No,
of the
they
pipe
just kind of.
and cuts everything out. Yep. So there's a lot that a lot of people don't tell you. Plumber will come over and do that and say, it's draining fine, and,
Yeah.
and then 2 months later you're like,
For $99 advertised.
What was that?
that was calcium buildup, and as you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but because of the calcium buildup, it's hard to see. But what happens is these coupling connections will start being misaligned because of the ground, because of tree root coming through, whatever it is, and end up like this. So as long as you don't have a gap between, and as long as it's not far enough down to create a gap on the sides, you're okay. But I mean, it's just another thing you got to look for when you're doing these inspections. Yeah, this one, it's hard for me to tell because I can't see anything under the water, but I can feel. Let me see if I can get my camera to clean this a little bit before I make this judgment.
So is that a belly?
Well, just a slight belly. But see how I'm hitting that right there? That's a buildup of the calcium. I can't seem to get to push it off of there. So I don't really know how misaligned that connection is. But from what I see, it looks like there is tree root that came through there. Yeah, see, I can almost see the whole thickness of that section of pipe. It's just off like this, offset. So
Is that tree in the front?
Is it the big thing?
Probably.
Well,
Probably the big tree in the
there were
front.
two, how far are we away from the
we're 44 feet, but remember that it's from here
Yeah.
and all the way out to the front foundation wall. So it's just in your,
Probably those two trees.
it's just in your front yard, yeah.
You knew they were.
So right now, I don't really see any water going into this because that would be creating a little. Yeah, most of it's going down. I don't think it's hard to tell because this looks like it's coming across like this too. What happens is when they get, like I said, when they get offset enough, you start feeding water outside of this pipe and it goes into the ground, and then you start washing away the ground, right?
Mhm. Yep.
And then under the ground, once that happens for so long, you get this big empty cavern
Yep.
that's nothing holding the pipe up.
Yeah. And that just.
You don't want to get
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and locate this for exactly where it's at and exactly how deep it is, so that